with over a decade of experience in the Miami real estate market, today I have a really interesting show for you. The energy is high here today. We're going to be talking about meaningful luxury, designing from land to sea. Today my guests are Marie-Carmen Castillon of Marie-Carmen Castillon Designs and Anna Maria Limpsink of the Wealth Group at Fortune Christie's. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
A pleasure to be here.
So let's start. Marie-Carmen, please go introduce yourself and give us a little bit of your background.
Thank you. So happy to be here and grateful. So I'm Marie-Carmen Castillon, CEO and founder of Marie-Carmen Castillon Design, Mexican living between Miami and Mexico and all over the world, mother of 5. And I studied, you will not believe it, but I actually studied marketing in Mexico, and through life changes, I ended up doing interior design. So I studied afterwards, master's in interior design and architecture, and then I'll tell you about wellness later on.
Okay. Anna Maria.
Such a pleasure to be here. I studied in New York City. I'm from New York City. I have a Greek and German background. I started my career in finance. I worked for a private institution and then transitioned over to the corporate end of Citibank, working on broker-dealer accounts in relationship banking. So my focus was really managing, the broker-dealer account, a liaison between all the product areas. They were a significant client at Citibank at that time. But then I ended up having children, 3 boys, and found myself interested in wellness and incorporating that into finance and real estate. And here I am. Did a little stint overseas, but yeah.
Now, you're a certified wellness coach, correct?
Yes, I'm a board-certified wellness coach with functional nutrition as a focus.
So one of the things, before we get into it, you're qualified enough. Give us, what is wellness meaning to you? What is the meaning of wellness to you?
Well, after having my 3 children and now they're just coming out of teenage years, I started thinking about life. And it all took me back to when I was a child, really growing up, going to Greece every year and just really living, and it shapes you. And it's instilled in me a joy for nature and, nature in all its glory and just feeling good mentally, physically. And it was always a part of my life, and I didn't realize how special it was. And then, when I transitioned into real estate, it was a very strong focus of mine, really to incorporate the wellness with where you live. It matters, So it's a part of my life. It's ingrained in me. And I just always tap into my youth, and what I learned growing up. And it's pretty special to be surrounded by like-minded as well and be aligned.
Yes. Marie-Carmen, you're a world-renowned designer. One of the things that make you special and set you apart is how you incorporate wellness in the design. You've designed for properties from 1000 Museum, Fisher Island, all the name brand buildings in Sunny Isles. How do you incorporate wellness into design?
Thank you, Andreana. Well, it just gave me goosebumps listening to Anna Maria because it's just those synchronicities of life that I totally agree and resonate definitely with her. I feel that since I was very young, I had like this feeling inside of giving and helping and nurturing. And it was when I got into design that I could merge the creativity of interior design plus the wellness part of it. So I also agree that wellness is not only on the physical side. I believe that it's like the physical, mental, and emotional. We have to listen to our soul. So that's the way that we design it at Marie-Carmen Castillon Design. We listen to our clients. I can read them. When people ask me, like, what's your design like? Is it a certain way? And I cannot explain it because I will sit down with them, and because what I do is just reflect their soul. And obviously what we want is that when you go and you have a beautiful home, or you have a beautiful office, or you have or you're staying in an amazing hotel, what is the experience that you're going to have? What are you going to feel? If you come from a long day at work and you arrive home, that's your sacred space. So for me, it's a huge responsibility creating that space and making them feel that the wellness part of it that is aligned mentally, physically, and emotionally is there in our clients' spaces. So we look for materials and colors and so on. So it's like a whole thing. And obviously, we have scientific studies that go hand to hand.
Okay.
Because I don't want a sound that it's like a trend. Now we hear wellness everywhere.
Right.
And I don't want to jump on that boat. If I tell my clients that we're going to do something wellness oriented, I truly believe that it has to be proved and that it has like this scientific part of it behind.
That's important. What do you see right now? What are clients asking for right now?
I think that in such a busy world and also with this, I also think that people want to go back to wellness and to feeling good. You can see that the consumption of alcohol has gone down.
Oh, yeah.
So, and all of this part of yoga and Pilates and meditation, there's a lot of people that are incorporating that there.
That's what my show's about. So I've been incorporating those things for the past couple of years. And so one of the main things was to bring that knowledge to the show. I just had a sound therapy session on Saturday on the beach. And then I ended up going, thank God I have a friend who has a really nice boat. I ended up going out on the boat on Sundays. But that's special times being out there, just breathing in the air, doing almost nothing. And just when you're sitting at the beach, you're just staring at the beach. That's what everybody's doing. And so
we just finished a design, for example, in a house in Star Island, and I incorporated like a recovery room, meditation areas, the landscape. What do you want to see when you wake up? What colors are going to be in your bedroom? So I totally believe that clients want to come back to themselves, and it's part of my journey to help them come back and look within and enhance their lives and elevate their lives and make them feel happier and have longevity and all of that, So it's really inspiring, and I'm so happy that I finally could merge my mission with what I do.
That's important. So this is more of a passion for you.
Yes.
So it's not like going to work every day. It's
definitely not. No, I'm super passionate. I take care of each and every project. I talk to my clients all the time. There's nothing more beautiful than seeing their faces when they come inside, and even the scent that we put on their houses. And you see that sparkle in their eyes, and it's only me being that mirror that reflects who they truly are from the beginning, and then we forget.
So do you see any, I know you've mentioned the recovery room. Have you seen any more different trends, I want to say, or new requests from clients in the Miami market?
Yeah, well, like these infrared saunas, hyperbaric chambers, circadian lights. That's where we're going, and obviously incorporating like the natural materials. For example, I work with straw marquetry, which is done by pure bamboo. So from that, we're honoring craftsmanship. So all the energy that comes from the work, it's also stated there. So we work with straw marquetry, selenite, which is also a beautiful mineral. Selenite purifies the
room, the air.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
So incorporating some of the best materials, so it's not all the chemical and.
We use a paint that is sustainable. I don't like to work with plastic, for example.
Okay.
And I go all the way in. How can I read my client if they want I don't know, something that is subtle, timeless? What do I want them to feel when they're in the room, which it might be different that if they're in their den or in their office. So we do a lot of detail-oriented design.
So most of the clients here in Miami, this isn't just their only home. Do you go to sometimes their other vacation spots or to their main home to design as well?
Yes, actually, that's super nice because I started here doing like their second and third homes.
Right.
And then these are clients that then call us back because in their countries they're doing they're moving and they're doing a new home. Mm-hmm. So we also do that, yeah. Or for example, I have a client that I did their home and now I'm doing his yacht.
And that brings us. And that
well, speaking of,
now we're talking.
So now let's segue into the project that you're working on. Yeah. If you look out the skyline in Miami, just for me walking out into my balcony, I can see 4 cranes. What makes your project differently is this is at sea.
Oh, yes. And it is something that I every day I wake up and I'm so grateful for this particular project. When it was first introduced to us in Miami at Fortune Development Sales, I literally got the goosebumps. And I got the goosebumps for a myriad of reasons. And one of them was my father was a Navy guy. I felt like I was channeling him. And I grew up just, going to Greece every year, like I mentioned earlier. And I love the water. I think it's healing. And
what part of Greece?
So he was outside of Athens. Now they call it the French Riviera, the Athens Riviera.
Okay.
But Phaleron, Nesmirni, Glyfada, that whole area.
Okay.
So, we would walk from a house that he built for his sister. My cousins were next door, and when we would walk to the beach every day, sleep on the rooftop, play music on the rooftop, dance on the rooftop, talk to neighbors, community, home-cooked meals, hanging out in the square in town. And so now, they presented Ulyssia is the project from the Odyssey.
Okay.
And but what was but what really resonated with me about the project that inspired me was the mission and the humanitarian focus of the project, as well as it's going to be sustainably built and managed as best as possible.
Okay.
So it is a luxury product. It's an ultra luxury product. It is a giga yacht. Over 1,000 feet with only 122 residences. We're mostly water on Earth, right? So we now have the opportunity to travel with Ulyssia to all parts in the world. We'll go to all the notable destinations. We'll also go to indigenous territories where we'll work with local charities and farm to table and the education systems and try to support the local communities as best as we can. So we vow to leave every destination better than when we arrived.
That's fantastic.
And for me, these people that are going to be residents that are global in nature, we want it to be a global community, which I love. But they're going to be like-minded in the sense that they all want better for the world and want better for the people, the land, and they're going to do everything that they can. And they have to date, in their own ways, done various things, but they want this community to be very special in that way. So they'll travel in luxury. We'll have 2 submarines. We'll have 2 helicopters. We'll have education for kids. The average reservation so far is, 50 years old. So a young community. We have wonderful partners that are going to be on board. So it's a very special project, and also we have designers. You're going to be able to design your own unit, your own residence, which they're very large with floor-to-ceiling windows, and you could use one of our own designers, but you could use the beautiful and the amazing Mari Carmen. So this is, you align with like-minded when you're on projects like this, and you want to collaborate, that way.
Talk to me about designing for a yacht.
Well, it's amazing. It's trying to bring the best of what you can do in a residence in a very special in a very special shape.
Yes.
So designing a yacht, and I agree with Ana Maria and Ulicia. It's like, how can you bring something else to the community, to buyers? So these are people who have amazing homes,
Right.
and now you have to translate that to a yacht. Designing a yacht, you have to comply with regulations on fire retardant, on the weight of the materials. So you have to take a lot of you need to know. It's not as easy as you would do it. I had a lot of experience in residential and commercial and hospitality, but then the first yacht that I did a couple of years ago was like, okay, now I need to study and see what is it that I need to comply with and who's going to be my suppliers. And there's special suppliers for nautical projects.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So it's not, you can't call a local designer. You need to have somebody who actually specializes in designing for yachts.
Yes.
And who, you talked about the weight, so you can't put certain materials in there.
Yes, no. I had a project of a yacht that I worked in that the client wanted these stairs that were made out of liquid metal, and when we found the weight of the stairs, it was impossible to do it. So we had to create another material that was similar to what he wanted, but not in liquid metal.
That was more lightweight.
Yeah, more lightweight.
So one of the key words that I heard from you, because the people we're talking about can obviously, if they wanted to, buy their own yacht.
Yeah.
But it's about maintaining that yacht. But what the key word to me was community.
Yes, I'm glad that you brought that up because, the potential clients for this type of residence on a yacht, they have multiple homes. It starts at around 10 million. So these people have multiple homes. They even own their own yachts likely. And even if they chose to keep their own yacht, it is one thing has nothing to do with the other. The having a private yacht and being an owner on Ulicia, which is unprecedented at this level. There is only one community that exists that sort of the concept exists in the world, and it's been around for about 22 years. And what's interesting about it is there's a wait list to get on, which, usually vessels are depreciating assets, but in this case they are not because of the supply and demand. So, we have this community that is incredibly special because you have a large enough residence that you can be private if you want to, with a living area and a kitchen and your own, deck, and everything is private. But then when you want to be part of this community,
You can come out.
which is going to be such a special community, in so many ways, you can. You probably have more privacy than you have on your own yacht. And the maintenance on a private yacht, by the way, versus Ulicia, there's a big difference in that as well. So you can choose to keep your own yacht, but some people choose not to continue maintaining their own private yacht because it varies between 10 and 25% to maintain your own yacht, depending on the age of the yacht and the size, the crew. Yet with us, it'll be an average of 3.5% for the maintenance. That includes the insurance, 2 free expeditions a year. We have a partner, EOS Expeditions. You'll have 1 cold, 1 warm weather expedition using possibly one of our submarines. They handle all the visas and, anything that you need to enter a specific territory. You have 2-to-1 crew. So, and you have the whole
And there's security as
yacht.
well.
Oh, yes, that is important when you're talking about a luxury product of this size, this magnitude, and the owners. We have Marine Guard. They manage the Monaco Port and the Monaco Palace. We have incredible technology to ensure that our residents are safe. We have what is called a biodome, for example, where we could tell, it's like a heat sensor, we could tell if someone's missing, if there's supposed to be 100 people on board and there are only 99,
Wow.
or vice versa. We can tell that someone, there's an issue. And many more, things that Marine Guard brings to the table that are very interesting. And I can assure you that it'll be a safe vessel.
Awesome.
From that perspective.
Well, talk to me about the wellness aspect. What type of wellness programs will be on the vessel?
Very special. Chanot, they're world-renowned for a proactive, holistic approach to health. They focus on longevity. We'll have a 20,000 square foot facility that focuses all the way from the wellness end all the way to a full-fledged hospital. So, but Chanot is world-renowned. They're very special, a very special company.
Yes.
That really focuses on, the whole person, body, mind, spirit. And they'll be working with all the residents, if they are open to it, to focus on, supporting them in as positive a way as they can.
Now, will there be, say, have guests?
Yes, we have 22 guest suites, and you can have guests on board. Everybody on board, even guests, will be vetted for, criminal activity and financial background. So everyone coming on board will likely be a friend or a relative of the person on board, but everyone will be vetted for safety purposes. So, but they are welcome. For sure.
That's good to hear.
And I think that adding up to what you say, Ana Maria, is that can you imagine the community that's going to be there, and just by what are they going to share when they get to meet on board, that also enhances the wellness, because it's people that are like-minded.
Right.
So and I think that it's so beautiful because at the end, it's that kind of people that can also bring a positive impact on the world.
Right, they can make a change.
Yes. Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
And I've met, you can meet the development team if you come to our, we have a waterfront rooftop showroom, which is amazing.
I saw your showroom during Fort Lauderdale Boat Show.
Yes. And so, I love hosting events. I love hosting people. And we have our development team here from Monaco, and you'll see they're so special. I mean, every time I speak to, an individual from the team, the stories, because they used to be leaders on the world. The only residential yacht I mentioned earlier. And so
I met them.
You've met them. They're, you feel that they're down to earth, that they care. They've worked from the bottom up. They know every aspect of the business from they're leaders in hospitality, leaders in maritime. It is a joy to work, with them, and a joy to bring people into the community, actually.
Well, the project sounds very interesting, and if people want to learn more about it, how can they contact you?
Well, you can call me at 914-439-7453. You can also email me at amlipsig@fir.com.
Amazing. Thank you for that. We're gonna come back. We're not done.
No, we don't want to leave.
So, not everybody who's listening has the high net worth of people, of the money. Yeah. Tell me this. How could they, just the average person, incorporate wellness into their home?
I would say declutter.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think that a vital point of it is just have the feeling that what you have is not messy and full, because that automatically puts you out of your center. So that's a simple suggestion. Just declutter and have that. And also, I would say, what materials do you have? What is it that you have home? And start, let's say, for example, in the kitchen. Because if it goes hand to hand, how's your kitchen, then it goes of what is it that you're gonna eat.
So what you're putting into your body.
So if you have a clean kitchen with subtle colors and materials, and so that it's not harsh and doesn't ignite in you something that is gonna make you eat tons of sugar, you're definitely going to the wellness. So it's just a couple. So I would say that, and also just have I remember that I didn't know at that time how that it was wellness, but in my first home I had like a small sacred spot where I would come and just meditate in the morning, and when I would finish work, just come back, because how do you show up in the world?
Yes.
That's also wellness.
Yes. Putting yourself together.
Yeah,
caring.
and I feel that it's a responsibility of each one of us to show up in the best version of yourself. And in order to do that, you have to go inside. So I would also create a small space where you put something green, like nature, so that it connects you to nature and to the abundance and joy and limitless possibilities in nature. And just take that sacred space, light a candle, do it in the morning, do it at night, and then that's also going to help.
So it's more of a feeling. It's more of a going within, decluttering, suitable colors. And what do you consider suitable colors for a kitchen?
I like the earthy tones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Browns.
Yeah, browns, taupe. I like marble, or if not, but any colors that bring that calm to you. Because when you're calm, then you have the time to think, okay, what is it that I'm gonna eat?
Yes.
What is it that I'm gonna put in my body? And if you, because we live also, in this kind of rush. I try not to get in that,
Right.
But it's true, So when you come home, what is it that you have in your kitchen? That earthy, neutral, timeless design. I wouldn't say to go into the black and dark colors. I think that those are harsh for you.
Right.
Especially in that area. Maybe you could do it in another place.
I've seen some dark kitchens and I didn't understand. I'm like...
They're going for the smoky,
right.
smoky look.
I didn't understand it. Like, you want to walk in a kitchen, you kind of want to feel warm and...
Yes. And to have that time to, okay, what is it that I'm going to have and eat? Because that also shows of how you're going to feel.
Yes.
So I would say that the sacred spot for you, where you can have a candle, some flowers, and nature, that's super easy. Anyone can go to a nursery and buy some plants and then just create that sacred spot for you. And I truly believe that you're going to show up for you and for your family in the best way possible, when you take care of yourself.
Right. I've been on a journey, and one of my sacred spaces is my balcony. When I walk out,
Nice.
I can see the water.
Oh, it's beautiful.
You drink your tea,
Yes.
you sit,
Yeah.
I listen to my meditation.
Yep.
And then, like, how can anything go wrong if I'm looking at all this? So,
Perfect. Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity.
yes.
It really boils down to that, I think, in the end.
What would you like to leave us with?
Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. But no, I would welcome an opportunity to inspire our viewers, anyone with this project. It is, in so many ways, it is moving and it is a gift. And I would love to welcome all to the showroom and host and just, have some good energy and enjoy what we do.
Yes. Yes. The vessel's beautiful. Where is it being constructed right now?
Maya Werft in Germany.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes. So oldest, over 230 years old, over 230 years old. So
Okay.
we're in good hands.
And they've always delivered.
Always delivered.
Yes.
Always delivered.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mary Carmen, my dear, what would you like to leave us with?
I would like to say that wellness is our full responsibility, that we should take care of ourselves in in our wholeness, and that design goes hand to hand with that. I truly believe, and that I would be also so happy to help any of the viewers.
And how may they contact you?
They can contact me at 786-578-4470. Our Instagram account is Mari Carmen Castillon Design, and our website is Castillon Design. I will not give you my email because it's super long, but
But you have the information to get a hold of her. Let the ladies know that you saw them on The Balance with the Andreana Jackson, and that'll jog their memories. So thank you very much for today's show. It was very inspiring.
you.
Both